Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will have the first possession of the game. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
On the play. The ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get laddered.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down, and much more really good execution by this offense. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
The give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the toss. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. It's complete on the right side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Irish send out the punt unit. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
The Hokies have a 1st down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against him.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Gives it to the back on the draw. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Dalton. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Cradles it at the 35. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's right on target. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo. On second down, they'll take to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah.
Makes the catch on the left. Off he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a catch and run for 6. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage.
Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back down.
Touch pass on the run. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Well, jet sweep pass. And some room to work. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun to give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Hurley. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got an open man. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They're trying to get to it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Moving away from pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And the Hokies will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football fall right out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Nice play there. And I know, and when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
To the air, it's Wolf. Complete to the left. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. And he showed all of those attributes right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 4 over Arkansas. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. On first down from their own 22. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. I saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now
running toward the tape. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He lets one fly deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. They'll try to pop the draw. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch inside the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll try the run. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to pass, it's Wolf. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Truckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor, or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretching with his feet, stretching with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little extra time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Line getting set on second down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Irish send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on an offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Hokies have this offense rolling. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now on 2nd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's got it down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'm trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback checking the play. The run to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Hold up. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He finds his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. When we